we have one service that is running on two instances. And the question is how we can help two of them check the same result that we're going to have. So Redis Pub Sub help us here. So just have an idea. We have a service that just need to synchronize the same text between users. When you have a production application, you have a lot of the instances. It's like a server that is running on the specific computer. Why we have a lot of them? Because we can have a lot of the users, 200 billion, 200 million, etc. as you wanted to have. And the thing is that you cannot have them on one computer. Firstly, it's not reliable. Like if that will be failed, all the users won't have access to the site. If there will be a lot of them, they can overload the server and it will be working very long and it will be a very bad user experience that you're writing something and anything is changing. So the thing is that you can have a lot of them, but how we can synchronize the same data? We can save that in the database, but the thing is that it will be long. We cannot live updating that as we would like to have here. So for that, we need to have Redis Pub Sub that will work in the way that when you write something in any instance, it will automatically emit the data for all of other instances. So how we can work on that? We have repository that you can check without PubSub, and you can see there is local only WebSocket, but nothing is changing. But if we'll stop the server and we'll rerun it to work with PubSub, you will see instantly the difference. Let's run that. So in this way, we have up to 3 instances: app 1, app 2, and app 3. It is divided by our nginx, that is our load balancer, in our local case. So here you can see that right now we're working with Redis Pub Sub, here and here. We have 2 users in the room, and you can see that we instantly have live nodes, so that they're synchronizing right now. And I do not know if I can make it somehow to make that divided. Just thought maybe it will be easier. Okay. I don't know, like split, right? Oh, yeah. Okay, probably that can work. Just go in here. This one we'll remove. And we can go a little bit down. So this is app 2, this is app 1, and let's check the synchronization of them. So it's nearly instant. Of course, that's because we're making that on the local machine, but it will be nearly working the same way on your production services. So because that's an idea how it will work. And if you even wanted to know how it will work under the pressure, you can make even the next thing. We have a small script here that will run a load stress, that will have 400 users, 20 rooms, and we'll send, how many? 25, if I'm not mistaken, messages or something like that. Yeah, 25 messages per client. So it will have 10,000 emits, so 10,000 messages that will be sent. And there is one of the most important thing, that it should be divided to 200 places. So for our 400 users that have been in 20 rooms, so that's a huge amount of receiving that should be done. And you can see how it was working on. So you can check that first thing, that half of the users get the information during 1 second. And these two are the most important. The difference between 95% of users, how many receive them, and 99. So here we don't see a lot of the difference. That's good. But in general, we can see that it's nearly 2 times more than on 50%. That's the local run. That's okay. But if you will run it, for example, in the production, you will be able to check what is the difference between these numbers, and maybe you will need to increase your node instances, for example, from 3 to 10, or to maybe improve your pops up work, or etc. So that's an important thing to discover with the running load test, and you will be able to check that by yourself. But here is the most important thing, why you need to have that. So to have this live synchronization that you need to have, that's why we need it. And why it's fast? Because it's not saving information, for example, in the database. It saved that in Redis memory, if I'm not mistaken. It's quite fast, but there is a couple of things that if our Redis will be down, or for example, it will be overloaded, or something that we can or miss some events, or we can drop them, or for example, if one of the instances is offline, we can just lose a couple of the events that will come, for example, from instance 1. And that's a problem that is okay, because it's a trade-off between the fastest and the reliability, so the delivery, how it will be done. So for working with delivery, you will need to use Kafka or some other things that Redis is proposing to have. But if you're creating, for example, live dashboard, or this like whiteboards where you can write something, collaborate with someone. So Redis will be here incredible variant. So if it's okay for you to lose some data or not to be actual at some moment, that's okay. Using the Redis will be faster, easier, and more reliable in this way. But if you're working with the payment methods or something like that, where delivery is important, that won't be your case, probably. Of course, how you will make that, so it also depends. Maybe you will make that, in any case, very reliable. It will be incredible, honestly speaking. It will be just wow. But also you can check here how does it work. So there are a couple of the most important steps. So basically, there is 2 steps how you can use it: with Redis, without Redis. So here is our one of the most important stuff, that we are making the publickers and subscribers, that where we'll be able to emit our changes. And when we're working with that, we have the adapter. That's the key thing here with our socket. So basically, we're making adapter with our pops up, and that's mostly all. And after that, all of our emits, it's very in easy case, I'm saying. Most of our emits, let me find them, will be working with the Redis, with publican and subscribers. So that's nearly all. That's why it's quite easy to create. You can also rely on ideas how it could be implemented by AI of the information that it can create, but most of all, that's how it nearly works. Also, if you will check this specific example, we do not have here a specific storage, so we're just saving them inside of the Redis, but that depends how you would like to save it and where. But that's an idea how you can work with your Redis PubSub and why you need to have that. That helps you to work with a lot of the clients, a lot of the requests. It's quite good with the stress test. But once more time, keep in mind trade-offs, because this system will not be so deliverably good. So I hope that this video helped you. You have example in the description down below. If you have any questions or any ideas, please write down in the comments. We'll wish you all the best.